y'all, welcome back. As you can tell by the smile on my face, I'm having a much better week than I had last week. I miss my hair, but I don't believe I'll have the wherewithal to actually do all that I'll do to wash it. So I'm gonna keep my twist in another week or so. So I am now out 2 weeks for my good breast, as we'll say. And then this Friday will be 2 weeks for my right breast. I know why you guys are here, so I'm gonna show you guys my update. I'm gonna try to protect my nips so I don't get in trouble with the YouTubes. Well, my nips was clean out on my first video. So this is one boob. This is the one that he had to go back into. If you see, he did not put any more like tape on it. So I have to wear like a little pad underneath to see if there's any drainage. If I move my hand, oops. If I move my hand, you can see that my boob stays where it is. So this is and this nipple is very sensitive. She got all her feeling. That's how far my incision goes back. And then the good boob, well, the one who cooperated, he actually it still has the tape all over it, like down and around. All that stuff, that's as far back as it goes. On this side, I realized actually later, look at, they're so pretty. I'm really pleased with my results. Now that I don't feel like crap, it tells me like, when they start to like get really loose, I can pick them off when I shower. I just shower. I don't like rub the incisions or anything, but those haven't fallen off, so I'm letting them stay on as long as they possibly can. I am not cleared to go back to work. When I went to occupational health at my job, there was a little leakage under the breast that is still a little behind. So I have to stay home another week. What's going on in the world is what we'll say. Actually has not been awful in the sense that my job is not like making a big deal about me taking off another week because we're not seeing patients. I work in a pre-op anesthesia clinic. All elective surgeries have been canceled. So my boyfriend had told me recently, and I was like, sometimes I think like he says stuff, like I know he loves me, but sometimes he'll say something, I'm like, he's just trying to encourage me, so, because he knows how my anxiety is. And he was like, I think you actually got in at a great time. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, they're probably going to stop like people from having surgeries like you had. And I was like, no, they're not. There was on my Instagram page, there was a girl this was right before like it got really crazy. She was like, well, I hope they don't cancel me. I was like, girl, no, it's the hospital. They open all the time, because my boyfriend works at the hospital also. And he's been going to work since like, he was off with me for that first weekend, but he's been back at work ever since. And I was thinking, the hospital's still doing surgeries. That girl messaged me on my Instagram that they had canceled, like postponed her surgery. I was like, I'm so sorry. Because I'm in the house, I don't have cable. All of my information is coming from like Instagram. I don't watch like CNN and all of that stuff because I'm really working on being patient with our president. So I feel like the best way to do that is to not hear anything he says, because every time I hear something he says, I'm like this, like it hurts sometimes to hear the things he says. So I just don't listen. Call it what you want to. I would much rather be at peace and not, I really want to not be somebody who dislikes people who are strangers. He can push a few buttons, we know. I don't dislike him as a person. I don't dislike him in general, but he can push buttons. And if we can be honest, some of our favorites can. I push folks' buttons all the time, so like it happens. So let me tell you guys how I've been. I've been much better this week. After last week's YouTube, I like had a whole breakdown. My boyfriend was over here and I just broke down. I am a woman who was single for a very long time. I'm a single mom. My son is 18, so I've been a single mom for a lot of years. So needing help is not easy for me. I want to, you just assume, like, you know, I don't know where people think that there's this switch that I can just click and I could be like, whoa, people are helping me, yay, let me receive it. When you've been programmed from childhood to not be able to depend on those people like who you should be able to depend on, like for necessities or for necessary things emotionally, it's very difficult as you grow up to suddenly just, you know, be like, oh, people are amazing, they're wonderful, they're here for me. So I had like this complete breakdown, and he was so supportive. And then the next day I woke up and guess what? I literally was feeling better. And I was like, okay, I went to sleep that night and I had texted my friend. I have a friend, and I'm gonna actually shout her out on my Instagram. She's been one of the most helpful people throughout this journey. My friend Trina had a breast reduction before, and she's given me tips. She like wrote out like list of things. Like she has been the absolute, outside of like people who physically helped me, her help has been phenomenal. And I was telling her that like my lower back had started to hurt when I was going to sleep, you know, because you imagine you get your breast reduced, you will never have back pain again. Somebody in one of those videos had mentioned that you still would, and I was like, nah, they're gonna take all this weight off my shoulders and my back gonna be everything. No, my lower back, because you get used to, and Trina told me, she said, you have to retrain your back because your back is used to having to overcompensate for the weight of your breast. So even yesterday I was at my job and I was sitting down and I was like, when I was leaving the occupational health, I was sitting down, I was slouching. I was like, no, Terry, you gotta straighten your back. So my lower back was hurting and it was so hard to sleep. And then I had taken Flexeril one night, and then because I'm dramatic, I was like, it's gonna kill me. I don't know if it's gonna have an adverse effect to the other medication. I wasn't even taking the medications that it could have had no adverse effect to, but my mind is interesting. So she was like, you should probably sleep with a pillow on your lower back. When I say game changer, so that night, had the breakdown, go get on the recliner. I'm pointing over there because that's where it said. Go get on the recliner, put a pillow on my lower back, and then I put my neck pillow on because it's just easier to sleep with my neck pillow on. That neck pillow is the best thing. The best $17 I spent on Amazon was for that neck pillow. The best. Like, I'm gonna take it everywhere. If something happened to me, get another one. It's the best thing I purchased for this whole process. Like, the neck pillow has been bae. And I woke up the next morning and I felt good. Like, I started to feel better. Yesterday was my first time driving. So I drove to my job for the appointment to see about, you know, me going back to work. I will say, because this is something that I didn't see in any videos either, when you drive again, it will be a little achy because your body, like, you use your arms to drive. You don't know how much you use something until you can't use it. So first I had the seatbelt on like the correct way. I was like, I'm gonna be able to do this, it don't even hurt. I drove down the street and that seatbelt touched. I was like, oh, we can't do that. So I had to put the seatbelt behind, and it's a very, you don't realize how many of those little drain things are in the road that you drive over. And like, I'm driving like on those video games where it was little, trying to go around the thingies. Speed bumps and potholes. And then at my job, we have to park at like a parking garage and take the shuttle to the actual job. When I say I'm literally on the shuttle holding my breast, I'm like, because I don't know what kind of wheel drive they got on the shuttles, but it is not the best like vehicle I've been in since my surgery. Like I haven't been out much, but when I had to go back to like my follow-up appointments, my boyfriend's truck, you don't feel much of anything other than railroad tracks. But anywho, so I'm doing well. I feel great this week. If I can be honest, I was like, I'm not gonna do any more updates because I got a little discouraged the other day. Watched something to discourage me. But I was like, no, the least I can do is, because I said I'm gonna talk about this breast reduction. People really wanna know what's happening. People really wanna follow up. People really want to, I've had actually great response from my breast reduction videos, and I've like built some like great relationships with folks I hear and on social media because of my breast reduction. People that I would have never talked to had I not had a breast reduction. So I was like, I'm gonna keep them updated. I'm gonna keep them posted. I'm gonna do my 2 weeks, and then I'm gonna do a month. And when I do a month, I'll be able to lift these arms off and put on some clothes. I can't wait to like try on clothes. I have like an entire, not entire. I have a couple of outfits that I was not, stuff that couldn't even button up. One of the shirts I couldn't even button up. You should see me in it now. I am feeling very good. I am feeling very confident. I got the realization the other day that my body now is, before I thought it was proportional because my boobs and my butt were both like kind of big. Now that my boobs are still a nice size and my butt is bigger than my boobs, I've been feeling kind of fine now. I like, before I shot this video, like that's what made me be like, go and shoot your video right now while you're feeling good. I was in the mirror, I was like, Shatarika, you're kind of fine. And then I like, every day I open up my bra, I look at my breasts because they are so stinking pretty. Like they were pretty before, they were just humongous. We talked about how they weren't bad looking, they were just humongous. Now they're like, I know I'm at least a D. They tell you to wait 6 months to find out. So in 6 months, I'll be able to tell y'all like what I really am. But this bra that I have on is it was like a bunch of sizes, but one of them was a 38 double D. And I'm in here. Still got a little cleavage. You see, little cleave. I don't mind cleavage as long as it's not obnoxious, because cleavage be obnoxious sometimes. Ask me how I know. I have some obnoxious cleavage. So I'm doing well. I feel well. The surgeries went well, except like in general. And I'm feeling really, really good. I'm happy that I'm happy this week. And thank y'all so much for watching.